Hey everyone, welcome to Greenlight. So today we're going to be talking about some Blu-ray movies that are out today on Blu-ray Tuesday. We got Greenland. This is Greenlight, but we have Greenland, and we get a couple other movies out as well. And we have some interesting films actually coming out. Not so many, like a big amount like we did last week, but we do have a re-release as well on 4K. So stay tuned for that, and we're going to be talking all about these special features today. So let's get started right now. All right, like I said, we're going to be talking about Greenland and the special features that came out for all these movies. And I really want to say thank you, and I appreciate all of you checking out my latest video about my iPhone 12 Pro cinema rig that I did last week. I released two videos. One is the unboxing for my iPhone 12 Pro, and then I did the cinema rig setup and all that video. I will be coming out with some footage. It's like a cinematic 4K test or something that I'm going to be releasing on its own with music and all that stuff of the iPhone 12 Pro. Now, excuse me, since then I did put a screen protector type thing for the lenses, as well as obviously the screen protector. Two, I did it myself. Let me see. I hope it's impressive enough. I just hate this little piece right here, but there's always something, I guess, and it's not a big deal too much. But it's completely clear, so crystal clear, and that's everything for this. So all right, so moving on, I'm gonna move this away from the microphone because it does give it a little bit of a static and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get rid of that, and let's get started right now. So we have Greenland that's out today. And if you haven't been here before, we talk about movies and Blu-rays and filmmaking stuff. So if you haven't been here before, hit the subscribe button so you find out more about these videos that I do, like I did last week with the iPhone 12 Pro. I talk a lot about filmmaking and smartphone filmmaking as well, which is all in one and the same to me, just different mediums and it's all technology and equipment to use for your art. So I also do movie code giveaways with these Blu-ray unboxings. So stay tuned for that and hit the subscribe button for that so you can find out more when I do videos just like that. So with all that being said, we're going to be moving into Greenland here. So let's pull it up. All right, so we have Greenland here with Gerard Butler, and it's a producer of the John Wick franchise, which I'm not sure if that's something you want to like showcase here for this type of movie, a disaster film. I believe an asteroid's coming from outer space and hitting Earth, and it's one of those type of disaster films, but it's out now on Blu-ray today. Let me know in the comments or in the live playback, in the live chat, if you've seen this film. Let me know if it's good. I have actually been interested in checking it out. Cool thing is that we do have the back end today, so we get to talk about some special features. So that's everything that we do here on this channel. I got a couple back ends too for a couple major movies out today, so this is going to be really good day for Blu-rays. Let me know if you have seen this film on the playback or on the live chat again. I am curious about it. Me and my wife I've seen the trailer and thought about seeing it and haven't checked it out yet because of the whole pandemic. So because of the pandemic, we didn't get to see this film. So it's now out on Blu-ray, so you can check it out now that we have some new films coming out for wide release. So this is the back end here, and I'm going to zoom in real quick here, and you can see what kind of special features we have. So this is something that's really interesting. So I always talk about deleted scenes here, and then and all these things with like different wordings and stuff and the way they kind of word everything. Just pointing it all out here. So first off, with the deleted scenes, like I always say, that's just a lot of scenes that end up in the chopping room floor. It ends up in the editing, the chopping block, basically. It ends up in the editing room floor, which is what they do when they cut film and stuff like that. So basically, these deleted scenes are scenes that were supposed to be taken out in the screenplay anyways. It didn't propel the story forward, so it's very important that your movie does that, and to take out scenes or situations or in a scene and shortening out certain scenes and stuff like that. And that's where you see, like, sometimes you'll see extended scenes, and that's because they added a piece or had taken a piece out, so they added it back so you can see the extended scene and how it was originally. But then you see also why the movie is not being propelled forward, whatever's holding the story back, and it's not continuing the momentum, which is everything in a feature film, which is something different that you would find in like television. A lot of the TV nowadays, the first hour of just in that storyline, whatever it is they're continuing, it's almost like they're continuing a new movie, if anything, type of thing, with the same characters. So they try to bring that aspect in there a lot. And then moving over here to the featurette. So this is something I wanted to point out. Humanity, featurette. Whenever you see the word featurette, they usually mean one. Whenever they have the S, it means plural, so there would be like more than one featurettes. And that's like, you'll have a play all option type of thing, but they're all like 5-6 minutes. They could be even 10 minutes. They could be a little longer. But since this movie is universal releasing, it is one featurette, and they are going to go extensively, most likely, on what they did on set and all the production stuff that they worked on with this film, including the VFX and all that. So it's going to be really, really cool, and a lot of information here. It may be like 10-15 minutes, though, this Humanity featurette here. So it could be 10-15 minutes. I'm hoping that we're lucky enough to get anything more than 20 to 30, and that would be really, really cool. If it's more than that, I highly recommend coming back, hitting me up on the comments, and let's talk about that, because I really would love to check this out. And let's move over to the next thing I see here is Filmmaker Commentary. And Filmmaker Commentary, and like I always say with a lot of these is just information. Sometimes you got to read between the lines type of thing. Well, this type of stuff, you got to read between the lines and what they're saying, more or less. But they're going to tell you what's going on throughout the movie and what kind of equipment they used in any kind of scene or anything in that aspect. So with that being said, let's move on to our next film. So we got our next film here, and it's another big film today, Freaky, with Vince Vaughn and then Catherine Newton. I only know her from Pikachu, Detective Pikachu movie, the Pokemon Detective Pikachu movie. So shout outs to that film. I enjoyed it. Thought it was kind of cool. We do have a back end here for this film. Quite exciting. This week for like back ends. This is also universal releasing, so I'm going to show you that right now. And yeah, we have a back end here, and we're going to be talking about some special features. So let me zoom in. And it's certified fresh. Another movie I had seen the trailer with my wife. I believe we saw it last Halloween. I saw the trailer. We hadn't seen the movie yet. I'm thinking about checking it out. Not so much of a big horror fan, but we like Freaky Friday and that whole aspect into this horror game, which is really cool. So as I zoomed in here, you see automatically we always get like deleted scenes or extended scenes or something like that. Love you. Oh, my wife just passed by. So there is a movie out for us here, Freaky, with Vince Vaughn. If you've forgotten about that one, we could check out later. Okay, babe?
Oh, great.
Yeah. So, like I said, a bunch of movies out, and I've told her about Greenland. I'm not so big on it because we're still on the pandemic. So let me know how you feel about that down below, about that film, or in the live chat, and I'll give you a shout out. So moving on from deleted scenes, it says it also includes split personalities. Miley versus the Butcher. So this is definitely going to talk extensively with Vince Vaughn and this girl. I can't believe I forgot her name already. That's messed up. Catherine Newton. So Catherine Newton and Vince Vaughn are definitely going to go extensively in here about their characters and how they had to portray them when they were playing their characters, and then when they had to switch off and be each other, so to speak, or each other's character. And that is great information for filmmakers and directors, actors alike, and everybody that's involved in films like this or storylines like this, where it gets a little complicated with the story order or whatever it is. It's just the continuity is everything when it comes to a feature film or anything you're creating in film or television environment, so if you're shooting things out of order, continuity between you as a director telling the actor, or the actor, getting cues from your director, everybody's got to have a balance and understanding as to what scene takes place when and who you're supposed to be, basically, in those scenes. Very, very cool. A lot of information here. Definitely worth checking out. Let me know what you guys think about that one. So next thing I see here is Christopher Landon's Brand of Horror. So this is also a filmmaker that created Happy Death Day, which I'm guessing he's taking all these like more or less like girl teenage or he's just taking like comedies, I guess, and big branded comedies like Happy Death Day was like was basically Groundhog Day kind of flipped into a horror film, and they did 2 movies of that one, and me and my wife saw that one. We thought it was really cool, interesting, and this one's another interesting take of that as well, and taking Freaky Friday and having that aspect with a serial killer. So very, very cool. Next thing I see here, well, that's awesome with Christopher Landon. So you're gonna learn a lot about branding and franchises, which is something interesting. I want to point out that they talk a lot about on YouTube, especially on here. When you're learning about YouTube, or learning about marketing yourself as an entertainer or an artist in any way, you got to market or brand yourself in a certain way so that that is a coherent throughout your work, and people can follow you and follow along and understand what you're about, basically. So that's a major thing here. So that's really cool. You can learn a lot about that, and something I would love to learn from that as well, from that video. So moving on is feature commentary. Like I said about feature commentaries, they're going to say a lot of things that you wouldn't even expect, things that you probably didn't catch in these behind the scenes special features and all that. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm going to have some coffee real quick. All right. So, and it says and more. So I'm expecting some trailers and maybe some production stills. Production stills are good if they have behind the scenes production stills. You see the lights and the equipment and all that stuff. Very, very cool. They could have stuff like that. They usually do with like special effects and everything. But if they do have production stills, it could be more or less like actors in their clothing and stuff, pictures that they take before they shoot the film in their pre-production, so they see how actors look like with their clothing, and it's just how it is with lighting and everything like that, with coloring, the colors on your clothes and all that, and how they're popping with your eye color or whatever, so to speak, and size on screen. So moving on to our next movie here is Sputnik. This is something I was highly interested in checking out. Haven't seen it just yet. IFC Midnight release. I was looking everywhere for the back end on this one. We do not have it, but it's out now on Blu-ray, and I do have everything that I talk about here is in the description below with IMDb links. So you can check out the IMDb links, you can check out the trailers, check out the filmmakers, and check out the cast and everything like that, locations and all in there for you. So there's information there so you can learn from that. Let me know what you think about Sputnik if you have seen it. If you haven't, let me know about that as well in the live chat or in the comments of the playback. And we're going to move on to our next film of the day. And our next film today is, let's see here, Jiang Ziya. I think it's Jiang Ziya. It's, I believe, an animated feature film, feature film, The Ultimate Warrior. So it's out now today on Blu-ray. Let me know what your thoughts are if you have seen this, if you're interested in these types of films. Very, very cool effects that I do see here when it comes to 3D animation. And this is a very, very high-res JPEG here. And I'm going to fade in the back end because I do have the back end here, but the back end doesn't have any special features. But I'm going to zoom in real quick on the back end because it's just the detail on this animated feature film here is really, really interesting and quite amazing. Very, very cool. I've been studying this a lot lately, just been paying attention to it a lot more. Thought it was really, really interesting to see here. And I also didn't see that earlier on in the week in the list that came out of movies that came out this week. So this is out now on Blu-ray. Check it out. In the description below, I have IMDb links so you can check out the filmmakers, check out the trailer, and you could let me know what your thoughts are. And I'm going to move on to our next film. Our next film is Wander Darkly. Wander Darkly is a Sienna Miller and Diego Luna film. Diego Luna, I think he was in Rogue One, Star Wars story. And I believe he's got his own spin-off thing they're kind of working on, I think. I'm going to line this up a little bit better. Put this in the middle here. And basically, he's getting his own series, I think, with the character from Rogue One. So, move on here into the back end, because I do have some back ends here, thanks courtesy of Bob's movie review that I found on Instagram. I believe he also has a YouTube channel, so go ahead and check him out on YouTube. Give him a shout out. I really appreciate him putting this up here on Instagram so we can talk about the special features, because there are special features. So I do have a zoomed in version here so we can go over that right now. Since this is a Lionsgate film, there are some pretty good special features, and Lionsgate tends to do that with independent films, and I love when they do that. It does say featurette, so there is one, but this could be 20-30 minutes, and I have higher hopes for them because they usually add a lot more footage than they probably need to on here, but it's way more information for us. So I see here is narrative therapy, which is, I'm already skipping the commentary, so let me get to that first. Special feature here is, the first one here is audio commentary with writer-director Tara Miel. I could be saying her last name wrong. Let me know in the comments or in the live chat about that. I'm so sorry. And we're going to move on from the commentary because I've said a lot about commentaries today and how helpful they are. So you could check that out there. And then you also get a narrative therapy, remembering Wander Darkly. So I haven't seen this film. It's a featurette. And I haven't seen this film, but it looks really interesting. It looks kind of one of those movies that kind of get in the zeitgeist type of mind trippy movie. So definitely worth checking out. Something they're definitely going to talk a lot about storytelling here and their characters within this narrative therapy here. So if they do talk about filmmaking, it could happen in between the lines when they're doing maybe an effect or something, maybe a practical effect on there as well. So that's very cool. Whenever they do independent movies tend to go more for a practical aspect of making an effect happen. So shout outs to them for that if they do. But let me know in the comments below if you have seen this film. If you haven't, let me know in the live chat. Either way, let me know on either one. I mean, if you haven't let me know on the live or in the comment as well. So moving on to our next film. And our next film is The Right One. And The Right One is a romantic comedy. And it's kind of funny because in the back right over here, with the headphones, he almost looked like Leonardo DiCaprio for a second for me. I thought that was just kind of funny. But this takes place in New York, and I love anything that takes place in New York. I'm a New Yorker at heart. I was born in Hoboken, New Jersey. My man, what's his name? What I gotta say? What's his name? But Alex from Levels of the Geek. If you coming from there, he's from Jersey as well, that I know of. So I don't know exactly where in Jersey exactly. That's what I mean. But shout outs to him, and shout outs to all of you if you are from Jersey or not. I was born in Jersey, but I was raised out here in Miami, Florida. Moving on to our next film. But I just enjoy anything for some reason in New York. Any kind of like anything happy and fun like that. Romantic stuff is cool. Especially me and my wife. I don't know why. I feel like that happens to people. They enjoy seeing that. We're going to move on to our next film. And our next film is more or less an independent film as well. And this is Before, During, and After. I believe it's Gravitas Ventures releasing. So shout outs to them. And in the description below, I have IMDb links for this film, and you can check out the trailer, you check out the filmmakers, and check out all the information there for you as a filmmaker. So, moving on to our next one. And our next film today is, and I believe it's a documentary, Song for Our People. So this is out now today on Blu-ray. You can check it out in the description below. I have IMDb links for the filmmakers and for the cast and crew. And we're going to move on to our next Blu-ray. And our next Blu-ray is Hal King. I think it's Hal King. Hal King? Hal King. And I saw the trailer for this. Definitely very, very good film. Definitely independent. And it's hard to make these type of movies, to actually get an independent movie and make a period film. So shout outs to them for making a period movie. And I really give them like major props for that. I would love to eventually get into that, but I definitely have to see this movie just to see what kind of cool stuff they were able to do, because the trailer really popped to me and it came out very nice. So check it out in the description below. You have IMDb links for the trailer, for the filmmakers, and for the cast and crew. And we're going to move on to our last Blu-ray release. It's a 4K release. I think it's not too high quality. It's not as high quality as our last images, but this is the steelbook case for the 13 hours 4K release, Blu-ray release. It's a Michael Bay feature film, I believe, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. Let me know in the comments below if you have seen this. I've thought about checking it out. Haven't seen it yet. I'm a Michael Bay fan, but just not so big on war movies sometimes. But this one, I've heard a lot of good things about it. So willing to check it out. Let me know in the comments below or in the live chat. And we're going to go over, and I'm going to put myself up in here. Hello, and I'm going to give everybody a shout out. Let's see. I get a little gassy sometimes. Sorry. Excuse me. I have here Matt Dragon. Hey, Matt. Thanks for joining us here. And you're always on here in the live chat. I really appreciate it, man. And I guess I'm just going to give you another shout out. Just giving you another shout out. Hi, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. This looks like an interesting film. I'm not sure which movie you're talking about there. Freaky. Oh, cool. So, yeah. And I hope you check out Freaky. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. And let me know what your thoughts are on my... oh, you already did actually comment. And that's kind of funny. And that's what I really appreciate. So everybody out there, please hit me up. Hit a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you like videos like this. And if you want to know more about filmmaking videos, make sure you do have the notification bell clicked on, If you have the notification bell clicked on, you're going to find out about the footage that I'm going to come out with my iPhone 12 Plus. I mean 12 Pro, 12 Plus for my 12 Pro. And I have all these videos out as well. And stay tuned this week, because this week I have LED. It's a competitor to Aperture's, I think it's called the MC Light, Aperture's MC Light, and it's a Falcon F7 light, and it's amazing, and you can control it with an app on your iPhone 12 or iPhone or anything that you have as well. So thank you for joining us today, and I'll see you here next time. Well, I'll see you here this Friday on the premiere of that video. Later.